Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 online action. And would you look at the proper Faith Demis this time? We're going to be taking the Empire, led by this Arch-Lector here. Got his Royal Altdorf Graphite Bodyguard. We're going to be facing off against the High Elves. So let's go ahead and get to the army compositions. We've also got a Warrior Priest here for some mobile support. Jade Wizard, front line of a whole bunch of state troops. No surprises there. 2 Empire Knights. Both hidden in the woods. We've also got a couple Pistoliers, and of course, being against the High Elves, we've brought a Steam Tank. Excellent pick in this matchup. Currently opening up shots on those Lothern Sea Guard in the distance. My opponent here, this was just a friendly practice game. I wanted to workshop this High Elf build a little bit, and it is a heavy archer build, so lots of Lothern Sea Guard and archers, very wide with plenty of spearmen, a few white lines as well, including the Pure Main Company for some armor sundering. We've got a Loremaster of Hoeth on foot. He's got Spirit Leech and Earthblood, very good spell combination. And he's also got Tyrion on horseback. Let's see, looks like Heart of Averlorn and Sunfang, as well as Feint and Riposte. So very good stuff. Right off the bat, we're going to be opening up with the steam gun on those Silver Helms. No hits so far, but we have got some kills on those Lothern Sea Guard already. Likewise, the Pistoliers just pushing up and back into these woods just to kind of help my opponent forget about them momentarily. But the mass archers, it's definitely going to be pretty painful for the Empire state troops here, especially for these unshielded spearmen who are just sort of standing here taking the brunt of this fire at the moment, having lost quite a few models and more than half their HP already. It's pretty rough stuff for them, but we are going to get the lines moving forward here. We're going to bring up these other units in sort of a flanking maneuver, just since I have greater numbers of melee infantry than my opponent, which is a pretty typical situation for the High Elves to be in. But right here, this particular tree, this individual tree right here, is actually blocking some of the steam cannon shots there, or the steam tank shots rather. So yeah, the Silver Helms only lost one model so far, but you can see the Arch-Lector, Altdorf Graphites pushing up, trying to look at shooting through some of these gaps here. We've also got the Empire Knights moving around the flanks as well. The Pistoliers have also moved in, so the withering fire from this High Elf line here definitely doing a lot of damage to the state troops, and it is helping these Pure Main Company, who otherwise would win anyway, win very decisively. A nice Spirit Leech here used on the Altdorf Graphites. Very good stuff. I am a little bit late to react with that Shield of Faith there, the Grand Shield of Faith, but the Arch-Lector and the Demi's going to get in, start to cut down those Silver Helms without too much issue. And it looks like those Spearmen also got the benefit of that Grand Hammer of Sigmar as well. Very nice Sunfang, just going to rip through a lot of these light state troops, though. Help, again, free up those High Elf Spearmen. You can see the Tyrion had been caught up on those Empire Knights, so we're going to go ahead and switch the Empire Knights from Tyrion to charge in on the infantry, and then the Altdorf Graphites are going to come around and start to surround Tyrion and do a lot of damage to him. Looks like Spirit Leech going off on the on the Altdorf Graphites there. Again, very good stuff. I'm going to continue to use healing as much as possible to keep them alive. You can see right now nothing but the Jade Wizard coming over to toss a regrowth down. Meanwhile, Pure Main Company pursuing into the back line. We're going to go ahead and pull back the Empire Knights that had been supporting. These Pistoliers doing a great job just being annoying, keeping some of these archers shut down in the back line as the steam tank continues to fire in there. And Empire Knights going to be kind of ping-ponging back and forth. Tyrion continuing to get dragged down by the Altdorf Graphites here. We're going to drop another healing spell, both Earthblood and Regrowth active on them at the same time, just trying to keep them nice and healthy as they duel that elite target. Meanwhile, these Empire Knights charge in on Pure Main Company. We're going to go ahead and hit them with the Hammer of Sigmar just to make sure that they can maintain that high melee attack to really do some good damage here to the Pure Main Company. And then we're going to follow up with another group of Empire Knights here. Both the White Lions are in this area, which is a little bit dangerous. The armor piercing, is can be a potential risk, but shock damage, between the charge bonus, the weapon strength, and everything of these Empire Knights, I'm pretty confident that we can finish off the Pure Main Company here. Steam Tank also moving forward to start dropping some terror bombs, start to help support this side of the battlefield in melee. But a lot of the High Elf archers have been damaged at this point. The Silver Helm's still online, though. Getting a nice rear charge here on these Spearmen, trying to spring these archers loose. And at this point, the Altdorf Graphites have just about been finished off by Tyrion. He did Terror Route, Unfortunately, I managed to let him escape. He then got the Heart of Averlorn and came back from routing, so the Altdorf fights have pretty much been focused almost entirely on him, and they have basically killed him twice now. The Arch-Lector is still alive, but the Altdorf fights just don't quite have enough left in the tank. They're getting pretty close to their healing cap at this point, so we'll see. Empire State troops are supporting here very well, trying to take down these elf spearmen that are here and get through to the more high value targets. Meanwhile, Empire Knights, still quite a few models here on this unit. They're going to be charging through, starting to support the steam tank here, get some terror routes, take advantage of some terror routes to chase some routing elves, just run them down and start to finish them off. And you can see that has tipped the balance of power pretty heavily in my favor, at least for the time being. We'll see. But the Arch-Lector, the Altdorf fights have pretty much been finished off. They are at their healing cap at this point. The Arch-Lector also getting routed off by Tyrion here in an isolated position, so loss of leadership on my side is going to be pretty rough. Granted, I do still have the Warrior Priest and the Jade Wizard both still fighting as well, but yeah, it's going to be tough. Gonna keep shooting that steam tank into the Silver Helms here, see if I can't get a good shot, but it looks like maybe not able to get the best shot at the moment. But still plenty of routing elves. Balance power still well in my favor, and this steam tank is going to be really, really hard to take down. You know, Tyrion, having taken so much damage already, obviously if he was completely healthy, he could easily take down the steam tank, but as it is right now, he's relatively low on HP. Tyrion's not immune to psychology, and I mean, he does have 60 melee defense plus feint and riposte, but the steam tank, for all of its flaws, does have okay armor-piercing weapon strength, and it also has an 80 charge bonus. So on the charge, it actually can potentially do some damage to Tyrion, and with the steam gun, of course, as well. You can see doing some friendly fire there to that Empire Knight. A little bit unfortunate, but yeah. Still some pure main company hanging around. Still 42 models on these guys. Wow, that's quite a few considering how low their HP is there. But we're able to clean up this other unit of Silver Helms here with the support of the Warrior Priest. Looks like we've got some spearmen potentially coming back from the battle, but over here I'm just trying to chase off as many of these routing elves as I can. And now just keeping the steam tank in kind of a centrally located position to where, you know, these units can sort of fall back to the steam tank if they need to. Empire Knights cleaning up some archers here. Empire Knights are just such a cost-effective unit, man. We're going to go in for a quick ride along with these guys as they charge into this other unit of Lothran Sea Guard. Beautiful stuff. Truly majestic. And just super cost-effective. 850 points per unit with that much armor and charge bonus. Granted, they don't have that great of weapon strength. 9 AP is pretty good, but it's not amazing, but it's good enough. And certainly for the cost, it can get some good work done. Some Pistoliers still hanging around as well. Just kind of annoying Tyrion and those Silver Helms. Those Silver Helms don't have shields, so they will actually take some damage from those Pistoliers there. You can see the Empire Knights kind of countercharging here. We're going to drop an Earthblood. And here comes the steam tank to terrify away everyone. Well, at least all of the elves. You can see that hit on Tyrion actually does a little bit of damage. And again, taking advantage of that 80 charge bonus on the steam tank actually does make quite a bit of a difference there. Another Sunfang going to come through. It will do a lot of damage to those Pistoliers. It isn't going to do a whole lot to the Empire Knights due to low AP, but still. Going to go ahead and try and finish off this Lore Master as well. He's maybe still got potentially a little bit of Winds of Magic left, but we're going to fast forward a little bit through this late game cleanup as the Jade Wizard sort of gets caught up by Tyrion there. One more glorious charge of the Empire Knights into these High Elf Archers. Pretty much just sums up how the game went right there. But yeah, Warrior Priest, the Arch-Lector, you know, he got chased off the battlefield, but this Warrior Priest certainly holding the faith together. And yeah, it looks like the Jade Wizard coming back from route as well. Tyrion trying to follow up on the steam tank, but yeah, that Earthblood will heal the Lore Master. Unfortunately, Tyrion is at his healing cap, but again, we're going to use the Empire Knights to break the charge. Steam tank sweeps back around and then uses its charge bonus to awkwardly poke Tyrion. There we go. Meanwhile, the Warrior Priest is going to hit the Lore Master of Hoeth on the back of the head. And, you know, Lore Master of Hoeth has decent enough stats, but the Warrior Priest can definitely, especially with Hammer of Sigmar up, can definitely put a hit on him. So we'll kind of watch as he does so. And man, these elves just don't want to give their leadership up. But we'll go ahead and fast forward, as it is just these silver helms charging back in pretty much. A few spearmen come back as well. And it pretty much just comes down to the steam tank, a gaggle of Empire state troops, and these two heroes for the Empire. True heroes of the Empire, I will say, holding out to the very bitter end. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. Scared elves running for the jungle, and that's game. Yeah, I keep saying that, and they keep coming back. They just it's like a boomerang, just keeps coming back here. I guess we needed one more quick steam tank charge onto these spearmen. This lore master here, you can kind of admire the carnage all across the battlefield. Very well played to my opponent. I have to say, had Tyrion not taken quite so much damage in that early phase against the Royal Altar fights, like if he had been able to screen them out a little bit more effectively, you know, potentially Tyrion still has enough left in the tank to take down this no pun intended, steam tank at the end of the day. You can see him trying to do so here, but again, the steam tank's awkward attack animation, and the fact he gets terrified there does mean that the High Elves are going to get finished off. So very well played. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Super fun battle. Apologies about my voice, guys. My throat's a little bit sore today, so yeah, my voice may not quite sound up to snuff, but we'll try and fight through. Anyway, very well played to Black Phillip there. 144 kills at the end of the day on the steam tank. It's just such a good piece in this particular matchup. But like I said, it ended up being pretty close. If Tyrion maybe hadn't taken quite so much damage from the Altar fights, he probably could have finished off the steam tank at the late game. Hard to say, but certainly the Altar fights putting a number on him was a pretty decisive point in the battle. Likewise, this unit of Empire Knights, 81 kills, very good stuff. 80 kills on Spearmen too. Not really sure how that happens, but 80 kills on any elf unit in the game, pretty much, on State Troop Spearmen is exceedingly cost effective, so very good stuff. All the swordsmen also trading quite cost effectively as well, 52, 49, 38, 68, just a super cost effective unit in this matchup. For Black Phillip's High Elves, some of the Spearmen doing quite well. The White Lions also cleaning up a lot of State Troops, 129 and 91. I like the Armor Sundering as well to kind of support. Again, just unfortunately didn't quite have the tools to deal with the steam tank in the late game, and that's ultimately what cost him the battle there. But still, very fun battle. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button, so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.